Happy Saturday, everybody. How's everybody doing so far? How's everybody's week been? Everybody surviving? All right, so I do have a hard stop today at 6. So whether or not I do catch up with the chat or not, I will have to leave at 6. So get those questions in. I'll try to not go off on too many tangents today, and if you really, really need me to read it, you might have to super chat. What's up, 10K? Heading to the Burgoo Bash today. Won't have service or internet, so I'll miss the stream, but I have 3 questions for you. 1, how does it feel that you had your own wax sculpture of yourself? It'd be kind of weird. It'd be kind of cool at the same time, but mostly kind of weird. I would not want to look at I don't know, I would be very off-put if I was looking at a wax statue of myself. How do you feel about the new Lego Batman game? Or Lego Batman game? It has the old, dumb, aggravating Riddler puzzles. It looks interesting, though, the open world aspect of it. It may be a Lego game I might actually give a chance again. I've tried before, but I've just never really gotten too much into it. And 3, how do you feel about the Ninja Kids Power Rangers stuff? I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. I have no idea what you're referring to on that last little bit. So maybe fill me in on that one whenever you get back. Maybe in the comments once you come in to check on these questions. What's up, Christian? How are you? Could I watch Twisted Metal without knowing much about the games? Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't have to know the games at all to watch Twisted Metal. I mean, there's just going to be a lot of stuff. Obviously, the lore. I mean, they'll fill you in on most of the things you need to know. Yeah, like the game references and stuff like that. You know, you'll miss out on some of that stuff, but like that's really all it is. The only things that having watched the game or played the games, going to the show that'll benefit you really at all is just that you'll have some familiarity with it. There might be a couple little Easter eggs and jokes here and there, but that's mostly it. I want to watch it mainly for my girl, Stephanie Patrice. Yeah, she's doing it. She's fantastic in it, man. But it's adult. There's all the things in that show, but at the same time, it is extremely juvenile. And I love it. What's up, Cole? How many remembered Arian Pierre and Mufasa, the Lion King, before he was cast as Jon Stewart in Lanterns? Great prequel. I think it was way better than the 2019 Lion King. Still never saw it. I still don't really plan to see it. What's up, KN? How are you? I see you, Mikey. Mwahaha. I'm here. What's up, Axel? Let's see. We've got established that there are at least 99 other universes. Could any of the shows or movies take place in those universes? It is certainly possible. Certainly possible. What's up, Stairface? How are you? Happy Saturday, gang. Imries, how are you? Finally saw Superman almost 2 weeks ago and thought it was awesome. It really reminded me of the DC animated shows and movies from the early 2000s. I got that kind of a vibe as well. Let's see. Have you watched Wolfwalkers? If not, you should definitely check it out. It has some beautiful story and art style, and it's just an amazing movie. I think you'd enjoy it. Never heard of it. I might have to look into it if I can remember to do so. What's up, Sir Dorito? How are you? Ho. Hi. Buenos tardes. Hello. Darkly, how are you? What's my favorite episode of Hell of a Boss? Probably still either Oops or the Mammon musical episode. Clayface started filming. Hell yeah, let's go. Hi, UK boy here. How long is it until 6 where you are? 2 hours. So 2 hours from now. Peacemaker, what a joke. Now, this is something I didn't think about. What if in the other universe, the Harcourt that left him is with a Rick Flag. Wouldn't that be a twist? Do people have to have seen Superman in order to watch Peacemaker season 2? They do reference it, but just like once or twice. But you don't really need to know anything about it. You might be a little confused about what they're talking about when they bring it up the one time, but it's just kind of a passing comment, and you kind of can fill in the gaps after the fact. So Matt, how are you? Just finished your reactions to Murder Jones because I just finished those. Didn't think I'd like it at all, felt weird, but man, one of those hype shows I've never seen. I felt the same way, just kind of looking the animation, the art style, and all that before I started watching, and I ended up having a lot of fun with it. Saw the Peacemaker orgy scene, so I'm caught up on that one. There you go. There you go. What's up, JC? How are you? What's up, Hero's Journey? How are you? Let's turn this. I mean, working fine right now. Rewatched Joker on my birthday. It's still as good as I remember. Hell yeah. Let's see. Gavin here. As you know, I went to the State Fair last Saturday and took a second trip yesterday. So fun both times. First day I ate deep fried Twinkie. 6 out of 10. Slice of pepperoni pizza. 9 out of 10. You can never, well, you can go wrong sometimes for pepperoni pizza, but hey, it's a classic for a reason, man. I don't know that I've actually ever had a deep fried Twinkie though. Where is your second comment? There it is. Lemonade tastes like water, 1 out of 10. Mini donuts, 7 out of 10. And lastly, Sweet Martha's cookies, where you can get like 4 dozen fresh cookies for $20. Didn't do any rise. Not really my thing. All good. totally chill. Oh, we got Super Chat. What's up to the Train of Nerds? How are you? Am I excited for Has Been Hotel Season 2? You bet your ass. I'm excited for Has Been Hotel Season 2. One of the reasons I have to cut the stream early today, or well, not even early, but on time today, is because I'm interviewing, or at least as long as everything is still going according to schedule, I'm interviewing the production manager and the one of the lead writers for the Helliverse, Adam Nalen. So let's see, I'm excited for that. Though he's, I don't know how much he's involved in season 2, but he did 2 episodes of season 1. But he's mostly a Hellboss guy, as far as I'm aware. Let's see, Young Royals. How am I watching it? On Netflix, where it is. My only nitpick is I wish there was more Hawk Girl in it. I can get that. Marvel fans sound like D23 was disappointment. Did it? Well, I mean, didn't development D23 has it already happened? Or did Destination D23? I mean, the one right now, as I have come to be aware. Yeah, okay, I guess it already happened. I mean, it's Destination D23 this year, so a lot of the focus, I mean, it's not the one about their movies and shows and stuff like that. While they did have a couple of things, I didn't expect anything huge to come out of it. But if you're people expecting stuff like that out of it, you know, oops. What's up, Logan? I want to apologize for how I was acting last stream, and I will keep any and all political talk to a minimum. Hey, no, it's all good. It's all good. It got a little weird, but it's all perfectly fine. What's up, Ron Stout? What's up, Omni? Just wanted your thoughts on Roger Jackson incident. I have no idea what this is. I don't know. This is the first I'm seeing about it, so I currently do not have any thoughts. But maybe if I dig into it a little bit later, maybe we can touch back on that some other time. I apologize. I have to say I'm very happy with the first part of Wednesday, season 2. Can't wait for the next part. And also, Stranger Things isn't too far away. It is not that far away, and I forgot Wednesday season 2 part 2 comes out in just in a couple days. We got a new Hell of a Boss short next weekend also, and then season 2 and the new episode are a week and a half away. Do you think Lex Luthor will appear in Peacemaker this season with Rick Flag Sr. in Belle Reve Prison? Maybe. If he's looking for information about the particle thingamabobber, like the door and all the mechanics behind the pocket universe thing, maybe. He'd be the expert on it. So excited for Clayface, me too. What's up, Jazzy? How are the cats? All good on this front so far? There's a theory that Harcourt could be with Jon Stewart too. I don't know why we would do that. I don't know. I feel like that would be a little rough. I don't know why we would go that route in this. I mean, you very well could, but it would be way more impactful if it was Flag. Well, maybe. Bro has 29 fandoms in one stream. That is very true. We're juggling it all. You think Peacemaker uses the humor more than needed? I mean, sometimes, but it doesn't really bother me at all. I know a bunch of people get annoyed with it, but I'm perfectly fine with how they've been handling it so far. Anywho, speaking of Peacemaker, I was thinking of the why this show was handling the multiverse felt different than, say, Marvel. Then it hit me. Peacemaker is just doing their take on It's a Wonderful Life, except way more raunchy. Pretty much. That's pretty spot on. Star Wars Starfighter has now started. Yes, it has. It's got a pretty wild cast. And how all the food talk is making me hungry. Yes. Thank you again for another super chat. A show you should react to is Glittos. Also, you my fave. Well, thank you. I don't know what that is. Does that stand for something, or is that what that is? Or is that just what it's called? I'm trying to think if I know anything that's related to that. You don't have to super chat again. Just put a comment in there and I'll look ahead at the chat for it. But I thank you. I thank you for the super chats. Where the fuck did I leave off? Here we go. Omni just thought of this, but didn't Rick Flag Sr. get his back broken by Clayface in Creature Commandos? I mean, yeah, but he healed up by the end of it. I mean, that was fine. That was like months ago at this point, I think, right? Or, you know, it's years in timeline prior to Peacemaker, to my understanding. Oh. Good luck with your job-related interview thing. Well, thank you. Oh, crap. I didn't put my Superman reaction live. Oh, that's the worst. That's so annoying when I do that. I'm like, oh, yep, it's been up for hours now, right? Oh, shit. It's not. What's up, Venge's Life? How are you? Imagine a show called Razorverse with an X-Hound called Razor that's an add-on for Hell of a Boss. That'd be pretty interesting. Saw people were freaking out that the Gotham City Police logo and Clayface set photo isn't the same logo as the Batman universe, as they still think it takes place in Pattinson's universe. Yeah, the people still hanging on to that hope is kind of crazy to me. What other indie animations are you interested in? I'm really looking forward to Dana Terrace's new project coming up for Glitch. I watched the teaser trailer for that and it looks insane. So excited for that. I don't know. Sadly, I don't watch as much as I need to. You know, Murder Drones is something I watched. Yet again, another Glitch production though, but I need to expand my horizons a little bit more. You gonna react or watch yourself for the Thursday Murder Club? I don't really plan on covering that movie personally. I don't think I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. Yesterday was even better. Still no rides, but I did an alligator on a stick for the first time. Alrighty, it was really good. It actually does taste like chicken. I've never actually had alligator. I wouldn't mind giving that a go one day, though. Also tried a dessert bar with a stick on it contained vanilla ice cream, sponge cake, wafer cookie, and strawberry sauce. It's pretty sweet. I would imagine it'd be pretty sweet. Now, was it good? I don't know. Another super chat. Green Lantern, the animated series. Like the one from the early 2000s or whatever. I can't remember. Like this, it was like computer generated. Is that the one you're talking about? Or you're talking about the new one that's coming out? Got a new fan cast, Alan Ritchson as Wildcat. That'd be pretty sweet, especially considering he kind of came out and said his Batman run is pretty much done, but that he still might have a role or something planned for the DCU, just not Batman. There's a game for you, a Peacemaker DCU game. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. What's up, Jorka? How are you? I'm Jorka. I've seen most of you. I have seen some of your reactions. Well, I'm welcome. Oh, you got a, well, I mean, it looks like just a shot of you in the final level with a drooped over Riku and Sora as your profile picture. It's what, the end of, towards the end of Kingdom Hearts 2? Yeah. Hell yeah. Anyway, can't wait for Gen V Season 2 this September. Oh yeah, that's next month too. I was wondering like what all was coming out soon. With Lex and Peacemaker having pocket stuff, do you do you think the Batcave is in a pocket as well? No, definitely not. Batman would not do that. Do you think Matt Reeves' Batman should be in Gunn's DCU or not, and why? No. The tones for the universes I feel like are completely outweighed. I don't think, one, Matt Reeves doesn't want it to be, because it, as he said and as it would definitely do, compromises his vision for what the world is in the Batman. No, I don't think it works, and I think the DCU needs its own Batman. How's your new shows? I haven't really started any new shows at the moment. I'm still watching the same old stuff right now. Don't know who Jon Stewart is besides the guy from The Daily Show. I assume that is not who you guys are referencing. No, Jon Stewart we're referencing is a Green Lantern in DC. He's the second Green Lantern. Oh, another super chat, the one from 2012. Also, adore your laugh. Well, thank you. I used to be so self-conscious of my laugh. Still kind of am, but you guys help keep me uplifted on that front. I appreciate that. The theory that only came about because they mentioned Harcourt was with a Jarhead. The only Jarheads are Rick Flag Jr. and Stewart. Well, and I mean, I know things about the series, and if we're dealing with this multiverse thing, that would make so much sense with what they've set up so far for it to be Rick Flag Jr. Because I'm not gonna say just in case anybody else wasn't aware about certain things. But everything, I didn't think about it at the time, but I definitely think, especially considering that's the main thing that Rick Flag Sr. is still like obviously locked in on, is 1000% gonna be Rick Flag. It's very much negative percent whatever Jon Stewart in my book. I do not think we're going to see him this early on, but who knows? Who knows? They said we're going to be getting a lot of cameos and stuff like that in the back half, maybe in this other universe. So I don't know. What is Star Wars Starfighter? It's a new movie coming out in the near future with Ryan Gosling and a bunch of other people. Also recently getting into a new band called the Gorillaz. Not like their music, like not just their music, but also their lore, and holy crud, their lore should be a whole TV show with how much there is. Taking at least 3 to 6 seasons. Oh yeah, you're just discovering the Gorillaz? That's some old stuff by my front. Yeah, there's a lot of lore baked into all of that. They were hot shit back in the day, man. Subrazor, did I hear the name for the Hell of a Boss short? I have not. I haven't actually. I haven't seen the name. I saw the teaser GIF that they shared, but I haven't seen the name. of the short. Let's see. I bought myself Mortal Kombat 1, the newest game, just so I could get myself the T-1000 and Peacemaker characters, mostly Peacemaker, because I'm a massive John Cena fan. Hell yeah. Once I beat the main campaign, I played the secondary mode for a while, and I just couldn't keep the grind up, and I kind of checked out. I beat the story mode, streamed it here on the channel. You can check out my playthrough on the channel. But other than that, I haven't touched it since, so I don't have any of the DLC for it. But that's cool. My theory, Omni, is that the other universe Peacemaker visits isn't the best because everyone's racist, which is why his dad loves him now. I don't know why that would make I don't understand why that would make his dad love him. But who knows? We don't know anything about the world yet, but that would be interesting. Wait, the Clayface is James Gunn or Batman? The Clayface film is in the DCU, the James Gunn universe. I've been subscribed for a while, and you deserve my money. I appreciate the thought and the support, and thank you for being subscribed, and of course for the super chats, man. I really, really appreciate it. It all goes back into the channel and keeping this machine going. And you just did it again. Hell of a Boss short is called Wax Off. Ooh, that makes sense with what we saw in the GIF with Moxie donning, or even entertaining or diving into the mafia world. Because it seems like from what I've gathered is that, you know, Moxie's handling something all on his own, while Blitz and Millie are off on a little like bro trip. So it might be it's definitely going to be Moxie centric, but like diving into maybe his mafia connections or mafia past. I'm excited for that though. Where the fuck was I? Here we go. What's up, Ginger? Welcome back. Hope your week is all good. Everything good over here so far? So far a little nervous for tonight, but it'll be fine. Speaking of the trailer for Dana's new show coming out, and Glitch announced the VAs on Twitter a bit ago. I hadn't seen that. I don't know who's cast in it. I have to look into that later. Which food is your one weakness? Pizza, popcorn, probably. Yes. How do you feel about separating the art from someone who is involved that did bad things, like rewatching The Cosby Show, and sometimes it feels weird? For me, it depends on how integral is that thing to what they are currently doing at the moment with any resources they may be getting from thing, or like how deeply ingrained are they in it, and how many other people are also involved and lift it up and make it great as well. It just really depends. Like with the JK stuff, I don't want to support any damn thing she's involved in whatsoever. Not at all. Nothing. No. Sorry. Done. Not doing it. The Sandman, very different project. You know, obviously, mostly, I mean, accusations is hard to say until things come out more about what is and is not reality. Although the allegations are kind of wild. He's not, like, watching the Sandman and his lack of involvement in it, isn't really going to go towards his activities, if that makes any sense. While the other things, the person's wealth is actively being used to attack and target communities and spread crazy ass lies and shit. Yeah. So, a little different. It just depends. It just depends. With Peacemaker being able to travel to other universes now, he can visit the DCEU and Pattinson's universe if they are part of those 99. I mean, that is true. He could if he wanted to, and if they're connected to that portal system. Hey, wow, long time no see. Sheena, how you doing? I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing well. I watched Thursday Murder Club last night, and it's great fun, very much like Glass Onion. Interesting. Am I watching the show Riverdale? When? Of my own choice? Probably never. But if it ever won a poll, I'd give it a chance, but I have no interest in watching Riverdale. Do you know when you will be watching the Amazing Digital Circus finally? I don't know. It's almost been a year since I've been it hasn't been a full year, but it's been almost a year since I've been putting it off. I don't know yet. Who knows? By the end of the year, maybe. Let's cross our fingers that I'll keep that promise. Sorry they keep rambling here, but there's some more. I saw the animals both the other days, like sheep, cows, goats, horses, rabbits, chicken, ducks, geese, and some doves. I thought this said Dave's. I was like, Also, the dessert bar was good. Hell yeah, man. Hey, that's your fairs, state fairs for you, man. I went to cinema today to watch the Goblet of Fire 20th anniversary re-release, and I was 17 when I went to see it originally. I don't remember how old I was when it came out. I don't remember when it came out, to be honest. Batman can't exist in the same universe as Superman, Pocket Universes, and Lanterns. I agree with that. What's your favorite horror movie? The original Halloween, or I got a deep attachment to that, but favorite actually is probably the original Psycho. All the animals were really cool, including the goats. Very loving, liked being pet. Hell yeah. I always thought your laughs were a signature dialogue or catchphrase. Hell yeah, let's go. I've been watching the Gun Peacemaker podcast and it reveals some interesting things about the filming process. I haven't been, I really need to watch some of those more companion podcast things, because I don't sometimes. I think Zod corrupted the message from Superman's parents if it's not misinterpreted because they sound like him. I mean, I don't know, that would be a roundabout way to do that, but one of the things I think it might be is that because sometimes when you translate things, the words used or their correlation in the language have a different intent than what we would interpret, or multiple meanings. Like sometimes there's no exact translation for certain words, and so what he's saying may be contextually very different from the way they are taking it. And that's how I'm running with it, at least for the time being. Otherwise, I mean, it's not unheard of for Jor-El to want Clark to conquer the planet. That's happened quite a few times in different Superman origin stories. I won't say anything, Omni, but the next episode title might prove your point. Oh, for Peacemaker? Maybe. How am I doing with Young Royals? How am I liking it? Well, we just finished season 1. On Patreon, I'm already done with season 1. And it was a really, really wild season. Yeah, Smallville did that too. Smallville did the evil Jor-El thing. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm very curious to see what the next 2 seasons bring. Ethan does everything. Currently in North Bay, Ontario, seeing Nobody 2 at the Cineplex location. I'm excited to see this movie. One of my favorite movies of the 2020s. Wish us luck. I really loved the first one. I've heard the new one's pretty much just more of the same, which is fine by me because I really like the first one. So I'd be I do want to check it out. If I can make it to the theater, that'd be really cool. But otherwise, if not, maybe I'll react to it when it comes home. Let's see. Also, movie tickets at every Cineplex location until today to tomorrow is only $5, which is for love of the final few days of summer vacation. Well, I wish more places around here did something like that, man. Hell yeah, I'd definitely try to capitalize on that if I could. Tiki Bruno, what's up, Omni? Showing some support for one of my favorite reactors. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. And Trainer again. What do you think of my name? Also, the new hell of a game. The board game, the card game, I got a preview of it when I was at Comic-Con. It looks interesting. I need to read the rule set and actually kind of have a hands-on with it to get a good advantage, lay of it. But I mean, it's interesting. I didn't expect that. As far as your name, Trainer Naners, I mean, it's funny. Trainer Naner, Trainers. I mean, it's something that sounds like I would probably say when I'm just kind of being a little goofball sometimes, because I like mispronouncing things or making things kind of funny just off the cuff for some reason, because I don't know why I'm dumb like that in my brain. Matt Smith is in Starfighter. He is awesome as Daemon Targaryen and the Doctor, the great Doctor. Yes, Matt Smith is also in Starfighter. I'm really excited for that. Love Adrian Chase. We all do, for different reasons. So does the other Peacemaker have some Superman, Supergirl, but just a bit of different? We don't know yet. Like how Superman and Lois had Bizarro Earth and Steel's Earth was similar. I mean, it's a multiverse. It's exactly the same concept as it was on the Arrowverse. It's still going. Speaking of Gorillaz, the live shows are happening right now. I'm so pissed because I couldn't get the tickets. Seems so hype. Dude, I haven't been to a concert in almost 20 years, man. I can't believe Mortal Kombat 2 was delayed. Yeah, and the reason they said was because the test screenings and everything was good. Maybe they wanted to move it to a weekend that they thought might be better for it to perform well, because they actually think it might. I don't know. It feels weird. Wasn't 100% sold to Starfighter when Matt Smith cast announcement. Now I'm 100% in. Hell yeah. I can't remember every name in that, but I remember seeing the full list of the confirmed cast members, and it's pretty cool. Seems pretty interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Especially since it's going to be away from pretty much everything else we've ever dealt with, at least. Flag reading the file of details of his son's death was heartbreaking. Do you think we will see a doppelganger of his son in the other universe? Well, like I mentioned earlier, yes, indeedy do. I do believe we will. Saw the Gun is signed on for 5 years with DC currently. That is true. I thought it was, honestly, actually, I thought it was shorter than that, but I might be wrong about that. Since Clayface is James Gunn universe, is it going to be a must-watch or I can skip? I mean, I don't think any of them are going to be set up to be must-watches. It's a must-watch for me because it's a horror movie. It's written by Mike Flanagan, who has done nothing but bangers. He's not directing it, but he did write the script for it. And yeah, it's going to be the first horror movie in the series, so I'm excited to check it out. I'm excited for it. Nah, Omni, what if Flag Jr. is with Princess Ilana Rostovic from the Creature Commandos? Senior did say he would like her, and maybe she's good in this universe. I'm really just messed around though. I would not expect to see that personally. It wouldn't connect personally to the story of the characters involved at the moment. Appreciate the thought though. In the UK, Cineworld Cinemas, every movie, any format is £4 this weekend only. Well, hell yeah. I love David Tennant's character in the Thursday Murder. I didn't know David Tennant was even in that one. How will reactions work for Hell of a Boss Season 3? I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea what the copyright situation is going to be since they'll be on Prime Video. I mean, I guess I'm going to get my first taste in a week and a half when the new episode comes out, when Mission Zero comes out. So that'll be our test run. So I'm excited to check it out though and figure it out. I mean, I tried talking to Viv about it when we've conversed once or twice, and honestly, that's not really her purview either, so she doesn't really know how it's going to work either. So it's going to be an experiment. I don't know. We may have to treat it like a regular reaction, or I'm hoping I could just do what I usually do, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Why am I nervous for tonight? I'm interviewing, having a little sit down chit chat interview with one of the main writers for Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, and he's also the production manager on the actual episode side of it. So excited. We've talked a little bit before at Level Up this past Level Up, and yeah. So we're gonna be chit chatting, just trying to highlight some of the people behind the scenes. Also, Tron and Tron Legacy have been announced for a brand new 4K Blu-ray release on September 16th. Sadly, only a steelbook release only. I don't like steelbooks personally. I really don't. But God, Tron Legacy is also getting a theatrical re-release. I thought they wanted to abandon this movie. I'm sad that they didn't follow up to it directly. I hope that there's some spiritual DNA in Ares, but we'll have to see. Walking Dead Daredevil season 3 starts next week, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the people that are excited. Again, speaking of Peacemaker, John Cena has been acting his butt off in season 2. Like, I thought it was really good in season 1, but holy crud, man, what are you trying to win, an Oscar? And this is just the start as well. I doubt we're really in on it too much yet. Speaking of, Viv confirmed on Blue Sky that this will be the last short of the year. I saw that already as well, with the new original episode, and then has been season 2 coming out. Yeah, they just want those projects to breathe on their own, and then we'll be resuming the shorts at the top of the new year. I have to separate art from the artist. When I watch Harry Potter series, always wanted a book accurate series based on this books, but what she says, hard to ignore sometimes. Yeah, new Disney movie got announced recently, and it literally sounds like the Owl House's plot. I haven't heard about it, so I'm not up to stuff on that one. Least accurate Harry Potter books, The Stranger, Goblet of Fire, and Half-Blood Prince. And it's not even like that by, it's not even by that much, I don't think. Not at least to a point where I was upset having watched them and stuff like that, because by that point I had caught up with the books and everything, so like, I don't know. Never really bothered me at all. If something wins a poll and you really don't like it in 3 episodes in, would you stick with it or tap out? If I'm really not vibing with it, sometimes I know a show might take need to take some time to really find its footing. I try to understand that, but if I'm consistently not having a good time, I would definitely just tap out. And I prefaced Young Royals with that. I was like, in episode 1, just as an outsider's glance, looking at it and the seriousness and the drama of it all, it's like, I don't know if this is gonna hook me in the way that something else would. And I was like, I did say up front, I was like, hey, if I don't like it, I might, we'll pick something else. But I mean, I finished the first season. I'm actually enjoying it a lot. What's your 2025 movie watch list from least to most excited? Mine's Doomsday. You mean 2026, I guess? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I honestly, I don't know what all is coming out when anymore, man. I really don't. Probably Mando and Grogu are probably at the top of my list, and then Spider-Man. I was 8 when Goblet of Fire came out in 2005. 2005, same age as me. So yeah, works out then. Right, that makes sense. I would have definitely still been in high school. What Hitchcock movies have I seen? Sometimes I have to be like, which movies were Hitchcock? Dude, he did so many fucking movies. I never really put together how many movies he's actually made. I mean, I haven't seen a lot. I mean, most of these I haven't seen. A majority of these. Not as much as I would like to have seen. I've seen like clips and stuff from a lot of films, but not a lot in general. So the only ones I've actually seen in their entirety is The Birds and Psycho. But Psycho, the original one, is one of my favorite horror movies. Still, the remake was meh. And then, hey, I mean, the Bates Motel, the show, I really liked as well. Have you ever watched Knight Rider in the 80s? I've never watched it, but I know of it. It's never been one that I watched. It was getting reported that they were rebooting it into a movie, and the Cobra Kai writers are involved. I did see that announcement, though. I did see that, actually. I think I was reading that last night before I laid down. Do you think MG Coin was actually going to throw his daughter off the tower in the final game? Oh yeah, I definitely think he would have to survive to save himself. There's a bit of an error in Superman Omni when at the bottom of the screen it says the message from Krypton was fabricated and fake, but James says it's not fake. When at the bottom of the screen it says the message from the... Where did it say that? Because I mean, by the end of the movie, they still think the message is real. So I don't know what you're referring to. Because I've watched it like 3 times now. So I'm very curious about that one. My favorite horror movie is Conjuring universe. The whole universe. Yeah, I mean, I love those movies. I love them a lot. Especially like the real world connections and stuff. Let's see. There's a cool promotion for The Long Walk where you have to walk on a treadmill for the whole film at 3 miles per hour, and if anyone stops, they get kicked out of the theater. I saw that, and honestly, I would definitely give that a go. That's a fun little way to integrate things into the story like that. By the way, I watched the new Mission Impossible this week. Thought it was a good conclusion. Loved your reaction. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good conclusion. Definitely not the best in the franchise or anything like that, but I quite enjoyed it. I kind of think it would be an intriguing take to essentially flip the L's, make General Zod morally, like make Zod a radical freedom fighter. Does that make sense, or am I just talking out of my butt? I mean, it could be interesting to do a flip on that, or if he's just the worst of those ideals that Jor-El was preaching. Or maybe like the perpetrator of them. Either way, I don't know. It's hard to do. It's hard to tell. I'm very curious if we'll tackle Zod at all. I mean, I based on his comments in this, he hasn't encountered very many other Kryptonians, so probably hasn't shown up in his timeline yet in his 3 years here. Given, of course, like we saw at the start of the movie, he's been Superman for 3 years and publicly. And his first loss was against a clone of himself. Let's see. Well, you're on the fuse to get it right. Traineers. So hey, I adore you as a YouTuber and as an entertainer. I do my best, man. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad I could get it close enough. Traineers. Do you think there's, I don't know, it's fun to say, Traineers. Let's see. Do you think they'll ever bring Tony back to life in the MCU? In like 616 in the main universe, permanently, they'll recast him before he comes back as the permanent one. There's a theory that the Superman clone in the film will become Bizarro after going through a black hole. Oh yeah, I mean, that's one of the most popular theories. I mean, that was the thing I thought leaving the movie theater was that was going to end up being Bizarro. Especially considering before the movie even came out, when the rejects and a bunch of people went to that press thing to sit down with James Gunn, where they got to go into this made up place that was all decked out like the planet. One of the headlines was Bizarro. So I feel like Bizarro is definitely going to be coming, and this is going to be our gateway in. When I'm said, I hate to watch your videos. Maybe you mean have to watch your videos and make me happy. I appreciate that. I'm glad I can help lift some spirits here and there, man. Hello there. It's Bulbin time. Welcome, Sketch. How are you? Star Wars has a habit of announcing films, then they don't happen at all. Well, now they're happening. This is the first one that's actually happening so far, seemingly. I think Iron Man 3 is underrated. I think it's not rated enough. I don't like Iron Man 3, that's what I'm trying to say. I fucking hate it. I like aspects of it, but conceptually, I think they really fucked up. Let's see. So if James Gunn is 5 years, does that mean that any unfinished movies or shows are canceled? No. It just means they'll probably have to renew his contract. It's basically like a buffer. It's like if they can't get a established universe within that time, it was probably so they could cut him go. Like, just let him go. His contract is as long as they need to actually get the project going, and then they'll probably sit down, renegotiate, see how things have been going, and then he'll either re-up his contract or maybe he'll leave. But if he leaves, somebody else will probably just take that job. They won't just cancel everything. That'd be crazy. What's up, Victor Bottino? Gamer subs. Hell yeah, gamer subs. Titty cups. Bro. I hope James Gunn stays for at least 8 years in the DCU and then he starts training someone else to take over for him that he trusts. The cast of Thursday Murder Club is insane. I have to look deeper into it. I just watched the trailer and I didn't really care for the trailer at all. Gunn said that the connectivity in the DCU will work the same as Star Wars, where it's loosely connected while other things are more standalone. Yep. Very true. Been a while. What's up, Lemming? How are you? Since I've been on live stream. Anyway, Glitch revealed the new trailer for Knights of Guinevere, and my god, it looks phenomenal. Can't wait to see Dana at her full power making this. Yes, same. I'm really excited, especially with the whole... It's almost like a counter Disney... like, the premise seems like this little jab at Disney in a way. Lex told the dictator that the translation wasn't fake, so he could at least believe it's real. I mean, everybody seems to believe it, even like Terrific. Like, he knows the people that translated it. Even Lex was like surprised by the method there. He didn't have to do anything. All he said was he had to translate the words. So yeah, I don't know. I still think it's one of those situations where there's probably going to be a misunderstanding in the words. Like, that's the closest English translation, but who knows? We'll see what they do with that in subsequent follow-ups. Did I play Expedition 33 yet? I still haven't finished the last game I started, and that was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that was over a year ago. Not yet. I have not. Very nice. Congrats. Thank you, Ginger. Did I see the Good Boy trailer? A horror movie about the dog being the main character trying to help its owner from a supernatural presence in their home. I saw that it exists. I haven't actually watched it yet. What's my favorite Chucky movie? My favorite film in the franchise is probably the first one. And then The Bride of Chucky would probably be second. Two tonally very different movies. You know, Jason Sasaki is the voice of OC Razor, that I hopefully will start working on the Razorverse. Hell yeah. I'm not familiar with who that is. What's a Steelbook? It's it's the steel cases you can get DVDs in sometimes for special releases and whatever. Still playing Resident Evil 3 Remake. Hell yeah, hope you're enjoying it. If you want to see my playthroughs, I've got those online as well. And Emmy, as a Swede who loves your content. Oh, as a Swede who loves your content. I don't know why I read it like that. I'm so glad you're watching Young Royals. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. I'm having a blast with it at the moment. I don't know. I like getting surprised by things. You know, a lot of times from an outward perspective, I sometimes might be like, I don't know about certain things, but I've been really enjoying it right now. Do I have plans to see Toxic Avenger? I had no idea this was coming out. I'm not intrigued or interested in it whatsoever personally. So I might have to wait and see on that one. What do you think about the new Superman movie? I made a whole ass review about it. I loved it. I had some issues with it, but for the most part, I loved it. Long story short. Have you ever had a show you tapped out? Assuming that means you quit reacting to it. Quit reacting to it actually has not happened yet. Well, I mean, it technically hasn't happened yet because the new season still isn't yet, but I don't plan on continuing The Witcher. I've watched it up until, well, I mean, all of it so far, and it just keeps being a letdown, and then Cavill's not coming back, and they've made all these other announcements. I have my interest in it, especially by the end of the last season, died. So I haven't quit it yet technically because there's nothing more to watch at the moment, but I'm not watching season 4, so The Witcher, that's gonna be one. Other than that, I can't think of anything. I saw every Arrowverse through to the end. Well, I mean, technically, I guess Naomi technically counts because I recorded my reaction to the first episode And then I never released it anywhere. What's not on Patreon, it's not on YouTube. I finished that first episode and I said, fuck this. Like my attitude by the end of it, when I was just trying to talk about it, I just had nothing good to say. And I was just like, I did not enjoy this. I do not want to be here. And I just stopped recording and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Yo, Taco Boy 2002. What's up? How are you? Thank you for the super chat. Hey man, loved your Twisted Metal reaction. What do you expect season 3 to be? Honestly, with the way, I mean, technically this was season 1 as well, so never mind. I was gonna say maybe it'll be more in line with like the 2012 game where it's like these factions fighting over all these different things. But that was the first season. Now though, it's like a full-on war between the outsiders as a whole and the insiders. Our ragtag group is going for the head honcho himself, for Calypso. So I feel like there's going to be like, obviously they're going to have to be caught in the middle, because they're the figures that started all of this, Quiet and John, that have brought the world into chaos. So I don't know if they're going to find any allies on either side with the outsiders or the insiders, but I just, it almost kind of feel like, I don't even know what to compare it to. Like I would maybe even compare it to like earlier, like a little bit of a perverted, vile, raunchy twist, Mission Impossible, like Rogue Nation, when they're disavowed by everybody, hunted by the bad guys and their own people all the same, but they got a quest to complete. I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like there's so much opportunity. And I just, all I ask and all I want is that I hope that, I hope we get to see Minion in the tank. Or a tank in general. Another one from Trainaneer. Imagine if Luna had a boyfriend and fought Val in Hazbin Hotel. I mean, I don't know why she would be involved in that. If anybody was going to put Val in his place, I want it to be Ozzy. Since he's the sin of lust and he values consent and all these other things and all that crap, I would love to see him come down on Val, man. He would hate Val. YouTube's really bad for me, so I went down a Tom Sturridge rabbit hole just to see his other roles, just out of curiosity. Yeah, I have no idea what else he's been in, so I might need to do that as well. Did I read that James Gunn is having a hard time making The Authority? Yeah, he's kind of shelved that for the time being. Like, it was an idea, it was a concept that came up, and it was it's one of the projects that seems to be the one that's given them biggest headache about how to actually incorporate it at the moment, or at least maybe just difficulty wise, which I'm not surprised by. I mostly didn't like the Half-Blood Prince film because it had a lot of teen romance and the mystery about who the was pushed to the background. I respect your opinion on me. No, I agree with you on that. I mean, I liked them all for what they were, but I didn't really, I mean, even in the book, I wasn't very, I mean, I felt like the book did, well, it felt like it was way more focused on the Prince aspect of it, but yeah, the movie definitely highlighted a little bit more of the drama going on a little more than usual. What about top fives of the year so far? In no particular order: K-pop, Sinners, Superman, Mission Impossible. Here we go, forgetting what movies I've seen that actually came out this year. Of course I did. I forgot to label anything. Good job. Thunderbolts, that was the other one. My favorite movie out of all of them, honestly, is probably going to be K-pop Demon Hunters. That's probably my favorite movie I've seen this year. Now, the movie not exclusive to releasing this year that I've watched this year has been The Fifth Element, which I'm hoping I'll have that edit out tomorrow. New Glitch series, going to be directed by the same directors of Owl House, if you didn't know that already. And we were just talking about it. I hate the people going after Harry Potter kids just for doing their jobs. Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, man. I just really hope the kids can survive it all. Am I gonna watch the Frankenstein movies with Oscar Isaac? I'm gonna try to. I'd like to. Where did you hear about the Knight Rider reboot movie thing? Twitter. It was on Twitter. Last thing I noticed wasn't found out how Harry Potter was portrayed the Half-Blood Prince in the books. He was way more cheeky to professors. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, those are minute, not even really important aspects of it, personally. That specifically to the story or the narrative. What is your favorite Stranger Things season? 4, the 4th season. Hitchcock's Rope might interest you in a movie making perspective. It's filmed like a stage play and made to look like it's all done in one shot. Oh, that does sound interesting. Might have to check that out one day. Do you ever plan on watching She-Ra? It's definitely in the running once I get through the Gravity Falls trifecta. So we did Owl House, we're doing Gravity Falls now, Amphibia's next as far as animated shows, and then after that, it's kind of up in the air. But She-Ra is one that has been floated around a lot, but we'll have to wait and see whatever, because I'll probably put up a poll at the end of Amphibia when I'm getting closer to the end of that. And your Chucky reactions are really funny. Well, I appreciate that. I'm sad that it got canceled. I hope that we get to see something from that pocket sometime soon. If I lived in the Helliverse, who would be my roommate? I mean, obviously they live together in the universe, I would say if I don't want to break them up or anything like that, but if I wanted to hazard having a roommate in the Helliverse at all, I would either want a room with Husk or Moxie. Watching Twisted Metal show made me want to play the games, and I'll admit they are hard. Did you never play them prior to the show, or had you played them before and you're just going back to them again? I'll admit, like, even like some of the earlier games, I think the controls can be a little hard to get used to at times, but goddamn were they fun. But yeah, it can get pretty frustrating at times. Where were we? Here. I think it was at the end of Superman. The mission said it was fabricated, but it was just a filming error. Yeah. I'll have to see if I can I mean, that may be just been like a PR thing to help get the public off Superman's back, but I don't think he would have been for that, so I don't know. I'll have to go back and take a look. Let's see if I can find that. What's my favorite Harry Potter movie and book? I don't know, man. Well, no. I don't know why I said that. I definitely know. The Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite movie and book. Have you ever tried Asian food? Which was your favorite? And yes, I'm still thinking about food. I mean, yeah, I've tried a bunch of different things, but I order like teriyaki chicken, salmon, filet mignon, all that kind of stuff pretty regularly, unfortunately, for my wallet. But I mean, that's usually my go-to. I love me some gyoza. I'm not a sushi guy. I just can't stand the texture of it. Taste isn't really a bother, but like it's just the texture for me a lot of the time. But yeah, ramen, like actual ramen. I mean, I like instant ramen too, but like an actual like proper ramen is fucking amazing. But yeah, I love Asian food. I want to branch out a little bit more though, because I've only had obviously Chinese and Japanese. I've had a little bit of Indian here and there, which I really do like. It's just not great for my stomach because it's usually pretty spicy. Equally so, I'd like to try some more Korean food. Do you see Ewan McGregor as Dr. Fate? I mean, I could. Probably wouldn't go with that casting though. I don't know what time I and Tyler will be in the show for season 3. not be in season 3 Wednesday? I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to say, Bianca. I apologize. You saying that you don't think Tyler will be in season 3? Is that what you mean? Probably not. Where else have you seen Stephanie Patrice in? I mean, I've seen a little bit of out of context clips from Reno. I do like Reno 911. Fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've seen a couple out of context clips. I've never seen a full episode, but that, and then she's voiced in a lot of things that I've watched. She's in Legend of Vox Machina, obviously Has Been Hotel. She's been in quite a few Disney films as well, because she was in Encanto, all over the place. Am I thinking of the right thing? I might be. Yeah, no, I was right. I'm sure there's more. She was in the Heights, which I really enjoyed. But I'm wondering if there's anything I'm not thinking about. Oh yeah, she was in the Lego movie, the second one, which I've seen. She's done a lot of voice work. A lot of voice work. Oh, I did not realize she was in the she was in the DuckTales reboot as well for a couple of episodes. So yeah, okay, I just finished looking through her thing. She hasn't been as nearly much as I thought she would have been. Anywho, heading out. See you next stream. Take it easy, Logan. What's up, Omni? Have you heard of Neon Genesis Evangelion? Yes. I've seen a couple of episodes of it growing up and whatnot, but I've never really sat down and watched all of it. But that is a staple, iconic anime. I've just never really taken the deep dive into it. I just hope that Bizarro doesn't come until we're 5 or 7 years into this universe, because then it'll have more of an impact and be like, oh, people are like, isn't that Ultron? Well, by that point, I would imagine he won't even look like Ultron, so who even knows? Ultraman. What you want more in James Gunn's universe, Doomsday or Hellbat armor? I would love for us to stay away from Doomsday for a while. So Hellbat, if I had to pick between the two, but I don't really want either. I love Iron Man 3, and I love people that love it, I guess. Could I please watch Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes animated series? It's so good, you'll love it, and the theme is awesome. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Just because Gunn has a 10-year plan doesn't mean the DCU ends. This 10-year plan is meant to establish a DCU for the long haul beyond that. I don't know what brought this on, but yes, that is the plan. Just got engaged to my girlfriend and Andrea. Hell yeah, congratulations. I wish we saw that kid again from Iron Man 3. He showed up at the funeral, but I wish they did something with that character. Me too. Me too. What's YouTube's AI treating you? Or how's YouTube's AI treating you? So, also, what's your opinion on pineapple and pizza? Conceptually, it sounds disgusting, but I've never tried it, so I can't really say too much else about that. So I can't try it. I can't say it or deny it or anything like that, because I've never actually tried it firsthand myself. But the idea of it, a fruit on a pizza, I don't like it. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like the thought of it. I'm very picky about it. I don't like mixing stuff like that sometimes, but yeah, I've never tried it, so who knows? I could try it and change my mind, but it just sounds sounds terrible to me. Do you think Peacemaker will show up in Lanterns because he knows Guy? I mean, maybe as like a small cameo, but I can't imagine it'll show up in like in any substantial way. Why do you not like Iron Man 3? Is it the twist by chance? The twist is part of it. The twist and the fact that they ditch his PTSD subplot by like not even the halfway mark of the movie, and the resolution to it, while I get it, it doesn't really help in the grand scheme of things. I think with what they could have done, like had he gone up against somebody that used magic or tech that is magic or alien tech or something like that, and the Mandarin, if you did a comic accurate Mandarin right out of the gate, that's the perfect foil, because his magic comes from alien technology, and his PTSD is rooted in his fear that he's a guy that just builds stuff, and he's living in a world where there's aliens now and magic, and he doesn't know how to compute because that goes against everything he's ever known, and he almost died. He didn't know how to prepare himself for all of it. So his focus was to deal with the science guy who was making another variant of the super soldier serum who gets red hot and does stuff, and then he was like, it's more like it just feels like he decides to let me just ignore all of those things and just focus on what I need to do right now and stop that guy. Which is fine, but it doesn't address the root of his concerns. It's just more of like he ignores the actual problem and I guess works his way to a solution, but he just doesn't actually face the original problem that's the start of the movie. And actually having fought or would have fought the Mandarin would have appeased that. And again, you could have sucked that out, but I just would have liked him to actually have confronted the reason for his trauma instead of just not. Anyway, if we ever get Injustice 3 game, will I play it on live streams on the Whining with Omni streams? On the Whining with Omni streams, no. It would be its own stream, but I really don't want another Injustice game at all. What's up, Regine? How are you? Do I have a favorite actor and catch up on all their projects? I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of actors. I don't know if I have like a favorite actor. I'm trying to think, like, is there somebody like, oh, they're in this thing and I will watch that thing? I don't know. I don't know that I have a specific actor that I try to catch up on all of their projects. It's really more about the project itself that draws me in. It's always nice if there is a familiar face in there. Or if it's written by Mike Flanagan, that'll get me in. I'm trying to watch everything Mike Flanagan his hands are in. Started season 4 of Buffy, first episode of a 24-year-old Pedro Pascal, so cute. That was when he was he was like a vampire in there, wasn't he? I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you, Lene. Just realized your title mistake. Shouldn't it say winning, not whining? No, it is whining. Everybody thinks the same thing, but it is whining. While I do not have wine today because I need to stay awake, because wine will it makes me sleepy. So I need to stay awake for the interview later, so I'm not actually drinking. Whining, like whining and dining. We are whining together. We're sitting here chilling, relaxing, drinking. Typically, you don't have to drink wine or anything like that, but that's usually the whole thing, is I'm getting a little sauced while hanging out with everybody. It is whining, which is the act of partaking in wine or socializing, social drinking. Jason Spazak also might not appear in every stream. Watch your stream before your stream. Is my headcanon voice for Razor. Hell yeah. Favorite song from K-pop Demon Hunters? I'm curious. I think it's either Golden or... No. Golden's really good. Golden's... I don't know, man. It's either Golden or... shit. This is what it looks like. I don't know if that's the name of the song, but the last song. Thoughts on Alan Cummings saying he did his scenes in isolation in Doomsday? I mean... Who knows, man? I mean, it's similar to what they've done with Infinity War and Endgame, but we'll see how it comes out. If it comes out fine, I don't really care. In Alien Earth, how does the white-haired guy know most of the things happening with the kids? He knew the Slightly was talking to a robot arm man, and girl can talk to aliens. Well, he reviewed it from the footage, and he thought the interaction was weird, so he was reviewing the footage from the eye cameras they all have. All the kids, everything the kids see and hear, they have recordings of. And he was reviewing that after their interaction with the guy back on the ship, because he came in after the fact. And then he saw something that was suspicious and was just listening in on him, so he just happened to find out. The other stuff, they were already aware about it afterwards because Wendy was talking about it. Thunderbolts? Thunderbolts. I did remember Thunderbolts and put that on the list. Excited for Avatar 3? I'm gonna watch it, but I am never excited for one of those movies. Though I did like the last one quite a bit more than the first. Hope Angel Dust gets free. Me too. Lilu, multipass. Multipass. Let's see. Watching it made me want to play games. They're hard. I already read one. Oh, here we are. Razor, what's one show you watch that you wish to unsee? I don't know. Usually if I finish a show, I probably enjoyed it. To re-experience a show, like unsee it to watch it again for a new time, I would love to do that with like Breaking Bad or Last Airbender. But like to completely like, man, I wish I never wasted my time on that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a hard time coming up with one. Naomi. Why not? I mean, I only watched one episode, but still. What's my top 5 MCU movies? No particular order. All of the Iron Man 3 talk has me curious. Fuck. That's a tough one. I don't know. Winter Soldier's definitely in the top 5, I think. Endgame is definitely in the top 5. Shang-Chi, the first Iron Man, I think. And then... I don't know. This is tough. Because some of them, I feel like they're just so close, and there's some... I don't... Maybe the first Avengers, even. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think right now that's kind of what I'm feeling like. I need to go back and like look at a full-on list, because I feel like I'm probably forgetting a couple of things. But right now, that's what I'm going to go with, because we are short on time today. I want to play Injustice 3, but it has the Lego Batman game. Looks pretty nice. Yes, it does. Where? All right, here we are. What are my thoughts on Fantastic Four, assuming you saw it? I didn't see a review for it. If you didn't see a review for it, I haven't watched it. Unless it's the Joker 2, which it's a running gag now, is that I watched that movie and I never talked about it. I still do not have it. That's the only time I've seen a movie. Okay, not the only time. There was one other time. There's only been 2 movies that I've seen in theaters that I have not written filmed a review for. So I still haven't watched Fantastic Four. At this point, I'm probably just going to wait and react to it. Del Toro's fantastic Crimson Peak is epic. Crimson Peak was a pretty wild film. Would you consider yourself an anime fan, and are you planning on reacting to any specific anime in the future? Just curious, appreciate your content. I would say yes, though I have a hard time keeping up with anything modern, just because if I'm not covering something for the show, I don't have time to watch it on my own time. The only current anime that I'm watching, obviously I'm trying to catch up on One Piece. That's what I'm watching right now. And then Bleach 1000-Year Blood War. We reacted to the final season of Attack on Titan because I'd been watching that over the last 10 years on my own time prior to having the channel. And then I've seen like most of your tentpole anime from back in the day, man. I'd say I'm an anime fan for sure. I love anime. I just wish I had more time to watch more because I feel like I've missed out on so much. I want to get around to watching Demon Slayer. I want to get around to watching JJK because that's the other one that a lot of people are talking about. Solo Leveling, Chainsaw Man, all that crap. But time, man, it's my biggest enemy. Crimson Peak is really good. Really enjoyed it myself. Details of his movies are on other level. Excited for his Frankenstein film this winter. Same. Do you think Stranger Things season 5 will be the best season ever? If somebody has to die, let's make it Steve or John. I hope it's not Steve. All I gotta say is I hope Steve is untouchable. But I hope it's the best season, but we'll have to wait and see. Saw that there'll be no Harry Potter and the Cursed Child film adaptation. I think, thank God, because the book sucked. Same with Fantastic Beasts films, minus the first one. Yeah, the first Fantastic Beasts was the only good one. Would you want X-Men to start off small or big? Small. For me, I hope it starts off with the 5 original members first with Jean, Scott, Beast, Iceman, and Angel. I'd rather it go small and be intimate, flesh out the characters, and then, expand from there. If you got stuck in any film universes, what film world would you choose? Scott Pilgrim. It's just ours with a little flair of fantastic. And if you die, you respawn. Have you had cooked sushi, like with shrimp tempura, for example? No. I also can't eat shrimp. I'm allergic to it, so I have to be careful with what I dabble in to that whole front in general. Flurry might be the weirdest James Gunn character. He's pretty close up there. I've heard about it and read about the lore, but I haven't had a chance to play, so I decided to play Twisted Metal Black, and that is a pain of a game. Barely even beat Minion. Okay, fair enough. That's probably especially as an entry-level thing, Black is extremely popular. Definitely has its own tone compared to the rest of the series. A lot of what's in the show does have its roots in Twisted Metal Black. They didn't renovate the gameplay all that much in that game. Mostly the tone, visuals, and all that. But yeah, it can be very difficult, man. Minion's not anything to fuck around with. But at least I hope you're having fun at least. It's very challenging. Like, I played the first game when it came out, but the one I put the most time into was probably Twisted Metal 2 on the original PlayStation, and then probably second would be Twisted Metal Black is what I put the most time into. I skipped your Zod message. I don't see a Zod message. Oh, here we are. Okay, so there's no confirmation of Zod. I see people commenting like Zod is so sure thing, but it's just people assuming. It's 100% people just assuming. I apologize, I didn't see that. But I found it! Watched a few scene packs for a series Tom did with the actress who plays Jinx. Name not coming to me. Ella Purnell. Fallout. All I'm gonna say is she's a very lucky woman. Wow, not at all jealous. Do you have a favorite Arcane character? In the show, it was Victor. In the games, it's Morgana is my favorite character. But I'm excited for what is to come because we're going to be exploring some interesting characters and I can't wait for some people to get to meet them. It'd be so cool if Peacemaker be Superman, Batman one day. Hell yeah. Kanto, did you see the Jitters coffee references in Superman Peacemaker? I mean, they mention Jitters in Superman. You don't even just see it. They mention Jitters. But I did. And Big Belly Burger has made an appearance as well. I have a hard time with my apologies for the first time streaming. I knew this string and I'm working on how to read and I am special needs. I'm special. Please be more kind, hard. Oh, no, perfectly fine. Sometimes it's hard to understand, and I apologize for that. I try. I mean, I'm not trying to, I hope I'm being understanding enough. I mean, I feel like if I said anything that upset you, I apologize, but I'm doing my best here. I'm trying. Love your beard. I wish I could actually have a real one, but this is as good as it gets sometimes. It'd be so cool if Man-Bat is a villain in The Brave and the Bold. I mean, we'll probably see Man-Bat at some point. Oh. Let's see. You should also try Game of Thrones. I've already seen all of Game of Thrones. I have some, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure they're still up. But like, recap reviews of the final episodes. IRS, shame more people. What? I adore you. You're amazing, kind, smart, and loving. Thank you so much, Trainaneer. I really appreciate that so much. Omni made me laugh. I spit out my drink. Hopefully you didn't make too much of a mess. I'm trying to make sure I didn't accidentally skip stuff again. Why do I like Harry Potter? The relatability of it, the magic of it, the warmth of it, the hug that it brings. Rip Twisted Metal Mike. It's like every season Mike dies. 2 seasons in a row, final episode. Mike doesn't make it out. What's up, Adit? How are you? Doing good? It's a shame more people don't join the stream. Yeah, it's dwindled a little bit as of late. For what reason? I don't know. I mean, sometimes we'd have more. But it is what it is, man. May his corpse float around. How about ketchup and pickles on pizza? No to both of those. Did I see mac and cheese on a pizza? I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, that at least feels like it gels because of the cheese element, and noodles isn't far off from the whole other bit. I'd try that, but I don't know that I would like it. We never know. Never know. What's up, Summer? Happy Saturday. Hope things are going well for you. If you could record a 70s movie to others, or recommend a 70s movie to others, what would it be? Jaws. That was 70s, right? That was still 70s. Yeah. I mean, technically, the first Star Wars still counts. Halloween. Let's see. I mean, the original Superman. I still need to watch Close Encounters, man. I've never seen it. Let's see. Any of the Rocky movies, dude. They're fucking fantastic. If I had to boil it down to really anything, I'm probably going to go with Rocky. I fucking love those films, man. Alien, the original Alien. Anyway, I'm just going down a rabbit hole now. Who's my favorite character and why from Hazbin Hotel? Lucifer, because Short King, sassy, Jeremy Jordan, depressed, relatable, also powerful king. Let's go. Lucifer's my favorite freaking character. And I'm glad that we are going to be getting a lot more of him. I am the Mandarin. What's up, Ben? How are you? Can't stay long, but I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're still doing what you love. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well and enjoying your weekend, even if you cannot stay. Thanks for stopping in and sharing the love, at least for a little bit. Do I like Thor: The Dark World? Everyone's favorite Thor. CMCU movie I'm up to. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's definitely one I don't really care to rewatch, and probably the movie I've rewatched. Okay, that's not true, because some of the more recent films I've only watched the one time. I was gonna say the film I've rewatched the least, but technically that's whatever. Like there's some really good aspects of it, but overall, yeah, it's just it's a little bit of a mess. I don't hate it, but it's definitely, until Endgame and Infinity War, you can just kind of set it aside. Also, going back, because I just saw Lene's comment, goes back to the Lucifer thing. More Than Anything is my favorite song in Hazbin Hotel Season 1, and my favorite one to sing. Won't play Injustice 3, but that Lego Batman game look nice. Speaking of Mike Flanagan, maybe I should watch Blind Manor for October. It's compared to Hill House, it is a much more like slow burn of a ride, much more somber, much more methodical. It's more, I don't know what you would call it, contemplative. I think there's definitely some creepy stuff for sure, but it's definitely not in the same way that Hill House was. So I wouldn't go into it expecting that if you've watched Hill House at all, but I liked it a lot. I did all of Flanagan's shows on the channel so far. Is there a specific schedule for your live streams or uploads? Sorry, I'm not really caught up. No, I try to do a live stream every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, at least, and go for at least 2 hours. Just kind of chatting, trying to read all the messages and stuff like that. But uploads and stuff like that, Tuesdays is Young Royals, Wednesdays is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and on Patreon, Agent Carter. Thursdays is One Piece. Obviously, we got Alien Earth and Peacemaker right now on the schedule. So Aliens also Wednesdays, Peacemakers Fridays, and Fridays are Gravity Falls. And then everything else is just whenever I can get to it. What's my thoughts on the Cracker Barrel keeping the original logo permanently again? Duh. I don't know why they thought it was a... I hate this minimalist bullshit with everybody's designs. That literally... I don't even like Cracker Barrel all that much. Like, it's fine, but like, there's like the logo and the look, the vibe is unique to Cracker Barrel. When you see it, you know it. When you go there, you know it. It's just like if you took all of it away. I don't know. Changing it at all was fucking stupid. Tiki Bruno, again, I'm sorry to do this to you, but last question was fun to ask. What's my top 5 worst MCU movies? Again, in no particular order. Whew. And I'll say it just because I don't like Iron Man 3. I know as a film, it's perfectly fine. So I'm not really going to use that as a framing point, because just putting that down there, I feel like would be a little excessive. It's not that far down there. But fucking The Marvels is probably my least favorite Marvel movie. Next would be Dark World. And depending on my mood, depending on the day of the week, those could be interchangeable. Thor Love and Thunder. Multiverse of Madness. I need a refresher. Hold up. I need to remember everything that's come out. Black Widow. Black fucking Widow. There you go. There's your 5. That was 5, right? Confirm if that was 5. I don't even remember now. Dark World, Marvels, Madness, Black Widow. Now I'm like, what was the other one? God damn it, I already forgot. Why is this so hard? Oh god, okay, hold up. I forgot this movie even existed. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Fuck that. Dark World and Black Widow. I'll kick Doctor Strange off of it. Nope. Thor Love and Thunder. It's now I'm like fighting Marvels, Dark World, Love and Thunder, Ant-Man 3, whatever, any of those, fuck it. Oh my god. Let's see. Where'd I leave off? There we are. Feel bad for Taskmaster's fans. This version, I don't know that there were that many fans, but Taskmaster in general, yeah. It's a Vince, so hey, missed y'all. Missed you too, Vince. What's up, Albert? Hope you had a good week. Good so far. I'm gonna keep it brief because I got a presentation to prepare for work. Currently reading Heartstopper comics. I've only got 1 book left. Hell yeah, making progress. Top 5 Inferior, Endgame, Iron Man, Avengers, Guardians, 3, 1. I can never pick in the end. That's a good list. Should have started with Solitaire, but I'll do it after Heartstopper. All good. You should do JJK someday. Just watched the whole thing with my brother and loved it. If you could pick a tentpole anime to have a comeback in the reactor space, what would you pick? Mine would be Yu Yu Hakusho. That was immediately the one I was thinking of with that. Definitely comfort anime. Well, this was announced, or at least rumored. I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but supposedly there's supposed to be a Yu Yu Hakusho remake in the works. But I haven't heard anything about it in a while. But yeah, that was my first thought as I was reading this as well. Protect Steve at all costs. Are we talking about he's the ultimate babysitter? Exactly. Asking if Zod has been confirmed or not, because people are talking about him like he's going to be in the next movie. He has not been confirmed at all. And there's been no allusions to his involvement whatsoever that I'm aware of. Really agree with you on your point of view in animes. There's quite a few that I need to hop onto, but I don't have time constraints because of examples of Vinland Saga, Solo Leveling, a few more in JJK. I'm sure I'm forgetting. Yeah, there's just so many, man. It's so hard. Boyfriend and I made a deal. He's coming over tomorrow to start JJK with me, and next weekend I'm going to have him start Hell of a Boss. Hell yeah! It's a fair trade. Waiting patiently for Arcane spinoff. I don't know if it's confirmed, but there has to be. Maybe this is my delusion, but there were a lot of unfinished. I mean, there's confirmed 3 more Arcane shows coming. One's already been at the end of season 2 of Arcane. One of them was already in production. And I have to assume it's going to be the Noxus show. Because there's 3 shows, Damascus, Noxus, and Ionia. There's going to be a show based in each one of those regions. I have to assume, based on the way Arcane left off the Noxus series, and especially considering in the game, that all kicked off a whole Noxus storyline at the end of Arcane 2, which picked up in the game. So I imagine it's going to be that. Now we've moved on to another thing for this latest season of the game. So I assume the one they put all the work into so far is the Noxian show. Because that would make sense, following Mel back to her homeland as she takes over the throne and whatnot. Because there's a lot of fun stuff going on there. Can't get any of this girl got engaged to this girl named Andrea. She's pretty cool. Again, congrats. Bearded in Theory Squad. Hell yeah. Top 5 in the hard list: Black Panther, Shang-Chi, Ragnarok, Winter Soldier, Endgame. Hell yeah. To me personally, Black Panther ain't up there, but I like all your choices. More people in the stream. Omni streams last until 8 p.m. and then gets no dinner. That can happen sometimes. The recent Chucky TV show got canceled is because season 3 was not good season at all. That's why, and the person who played the voice anymore probably didn't not want to voice anymore. I mean, the voice thing's not true because there's a new Chucky movie in the works anyway with all of these people still. So that's coming. There's a new Chucky movie in the works. Brad Dourif said he will do Chucky until he dies. He's retired from regular acting, but he will continue to do Chucky projects. So Brad Dourif stepping away from Chucky is the last thing I would expect to happen. Also finishing Takopi Original Sin, a 6-part miniseries which came out earlier this year with a dark mature anime, but also a crucial one. Cool. I heard a little bit about it, but haven't seen it. Have you seen Win or Lose on Disney Plus? If not, I think you'd appreciate it. Very easy to watch, short animated series. Haven't watched it. Saw like a little preview of it, and I was like, never really didn't strike up my interest. Honestly surprised you haven't seen Close Encounters. Seems up your alley. Haven't seen that. I haven't seen E.T. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen like that, though, back in the day. When they actually kill Enid in season 2, she actually survived? They're not going to kill Enid. There's no way. Lucy's a great dad. 2. He's the greatest dad, one might say. You haven't seen Close Encounters? Man, but it had a reference in Peacemaker Season 1 for Vigilante. Like, there's some of the references that I know just from the zeitgeist, but I've never watched the film. What's up, Janie? How are you? Sorry, late. What's up? Not too much, just hanging out. Very true statement. Anyway, yeah, he's hell's greatest dad, Vince. Anyway, how are you, and what do you think about Peacemaker so far, and what's my favorite moment of Peacemaker? What's my favorite moment of Peacemaker so far? I don't know yet. I'm not sure what my favorite bit is right now. Eagly. Fuck it. Eagly fucking up all those intruders in their home. That was awesome. Slow start so far. Just kind of picking up the pieces after the last little bit. Take a little while to get the ball rolling. It's taking a little bit longer to kind of get the hook for this season just yet. But I'm excited to see where it's going. I'm patient. So I'm not like everybody else who's like, oh my god. So I'm enjoying it at the moment. More than it fucks me up way too much. Same with Via's I Will Be Okay. What up, Daddy Issues Squad? Very, very accurate. The only things I've seen Flanagan is Dr. Sleep, and I reacted to Hill House. Dr. Sleep was awesome. Oculus, that'll fuck you up if you ever watch that one. I left that movie theater feeling like I lost my soul. if you want another good one with him and his wife, him directing, writing, and his wife acting, is Hush. That was a haunting movie. Because that's one that could happen. All of it, everything in there. All of his shows though are fantastic, but my favorite shows of his is Hill House and then Midnight Mass, and then Fall of the House of Usher. I mean, Fall of the House of Usher may be above Midnight Mass. It's tough, man. Those three. Well, Hill House is consistently, I think, my favorite, but Midnight Mass and Fall of the House of Usher are fucking phenomenal. Gerald's Game, also fantastic, fucked up movie. We reacted to that. That was wild. What do you think is going to be the next jar of lightning in a bottle, either in TV, movies, or games? I don't know how I would even know that. I have no idea. I'm not even sure. The way I pronounce your name kind of makes me giggle. Honestly, it sounds better. How is it actually pronounced? How am I finding Agent Carter? Well, we're about to watch the finale. I'll be watching the finale tomorrow for season 1. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know how it would have done on YouTube, but I decided to make it a Patreon exclusive. So I've been enjoying it over there just fine. And yeah, I don't know. It's been fun. I don't know what to say. It's not like great. It's nowhere near as intriguing or hooking in the way that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, but I'm enjoying it a lot. The 70s was a great decade for film, but boiling it down to one single recommendation, I don't know. I mean, you could go for Godfather, Jaws, Alien for more acclaimed films, but I think my pick would have to be Hunt Yourself as a Stalker or Deliverance. I've never seen either of those. I've never seen The Godfather either, though. Still to this day. Flanagan has like one miss that comes to mind as far as his cinematic career goes, and man is a genius. Agreed. And huge X-Files fan, always a bonus. Waffle House is OG for minimalism, but they rock it and made it part of who they were. It works for some people, but for every place that fucking had a personality, a look, when you looked at it and you like, that's that place. Everybody's been just stripping all of it away. I don't know if I want to go to a Cracker Barrel where I don't feel slightly uncomfortable. It's part of the charm. Yeah, that's funny. Not a massive fan of Guardians Volume 2. I feel that. I have a confession to make. I don't think I've seen a single Marvel movie. You got a whole ass journey to catch up on, so you can be disappointed with everything afterwards once you've hit Endgame. I want to watch Peacemaker for the first time. A surprisingly good binge, and I remember it airing in 2022, and the reason I didn't care so much is that, well, John Cena. I mean, no hate to the guy, but it did give off an eyebrow raise, giving the show a chance. But John Cena was surprisingly perfect in the role. And it just showcases how talented he actually is. Like, he's really, really good. He's no Dave Bautista, but when it comes to the wrestlers turned actors, he's definitely number 2. And he has the potential to keep breaching his ceiling. I don't think he's hit his ceiling yet. The Business, Alex Perlman, is a great video about it on YouTube, actually. I forget what we were talking about. What were we talking about? A video about what? No one can answer a phone like Has-Been Hotel, Lucifer. Hey, bitch. Where's the Love and Thunder? That was the worst MCU list. Yeah. Did you see Bella Ramsey tell the trolls if they don't like it, watch the game, and don't like it, don't watch it? And people got mad about that comment. I mean, that's fair. If don't like it, don't watch it. It's actually the first live stream I've commented on. Kind of nervous. Doing great. Nothing to be nervous about at all. Nothing to be nervous about. Linnea. What did I say? To say Linnea. I think that's what I said, isn't it? Linnea. That makes way more sense because that is actually how that is spelled. I just said it so American. Linnea. Had me laughing a lot, which I love. Apparently I cannot have kids, so we're going to adopt kids to save kids' lives after we were kids. It's always a noble thing to do. I'm proud of you guys. Excited for. I hope everything works out, man. Struggling to pick up a top 5 because you can't fill slots. Struggling to fill a bottom slot because you're spoiled rotten for choices as a moment. It's so true. Did hear about the YYH reboot rumors. I'm worried because the OG dub cast was perfect. Oh yeah, that's one of those dubs where I was like, the dub cast was so good. Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, and here's Rebecca, who chimed in on the Mike Flanagan thing, which was where I pulled from about the Gerald's game. Sorry I'm late. I was cooking. I'll be lurking and chomping. Hope y'all are having a good, lovely weekend. You as well. Enjoy your foods. Anime that needs a comeback: Ronin Warriors or Robotech? Ronin Warriors. Give me Ronin Warriors. More of that shit. I loved that growing up, man. I've never watched Robotech though. Rebecca shows up. Cavalcade of yos. I gotta get going. See you next week. Take it easy, Sheldor. What's good, man? What's up, Dawson? Arrived a bit late, but casually chilling today after a long week of work. Hell yeah. Hope you get a long weekend. If not, just enjoy the days you got, man. What's my opinion on Studio Ghibli movies? I love the ones I've seen. I have not seen nearly as many as I would like to have. I've only seen Kiki's Delivery Service when I was really young, My Neighborhood Totoro, and Spirited Away. I haven't seen any of the others. Big Dorky Wave. All these Arcane spin-offs, will there be nearly as much money put into the animation? I mean, because Arcane was a show that looks visually stunning, but $250 million to get it looking that way for 2 seasons. I would imagine so. They said they don't expect it to cheapen anything for them moving forward, so I hope that stays true. Most of it's fronted. Most of the money, to my understanding, comes straight from Riot. I'm not sure. I don't think Netflix is footing the bill for any of it, so I could be completely wrong about that, but Fortiche, man, they've been making Arcane art for years. Chucky is Brad Dourif and Don Mancini's baby. There's no success without those two involved in some way. Yeah, Don Mancini confirmed that even though the show's ended, there is more Chucky coming. And Brad Dourif said Chucky is the only role he's going to do moving forward in his retirement. So those two are pretty much locked in. And Jennifer Tilly too. We're not getting rid of her ever. Win or Lose is fantastic. Ignore the trailer for it. Doesn't sell it well. Cool. Have I seen Grave of the Fireflies by Studio? I didn't know they did Grave of the Fireflies. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Remember the bald background man in Gravity Falls Omni? I've gotten that from a lot of people's reaction during the live yesterday, the premiere. I thought that had to be something weird. Win or Lose is great. Me and my sister cry watching it, but to be fair, I sob at literally anything. Gerald's game is Flanagan. Yep. What's up, Broham Games? Do you have any Marvel Legends? If so, which ones? I don't know. What do you, I'm not sure what you mean. Do I have any Marvel Legends? Maybe the figures? The Marvel Legends figures? If that's what you mean, I don't. Adrian in just his tidy whities. Just me. I'll shut up now. Could not bring yourself to finish that movie. From what I've heard, yeah, it's a hard one to get through. So the figures, no, I don't have any Marvel Legends figures, Broham. Fall of the House of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher is my favorite, but let me tell you, Midnight Mass hit me right in the small southern town lapsed Catholic heart, so it's my second favorite. Yeah, there's a lot of personal connections and ties into Midnight Mass that I really, really adored about it. But Fall of the House of Usher is such a beautiful, twisted, like amazing love letter to Edgar Allan Poe, like in his works. Fucking love it. But I think, again, the one I cherish the most, the experience, the one that absolutely fucked me up, I think the most, was Hill House. Do I plan on doing Steven Universe after Gravity Falls and Amphibia? I'm going to leave it probably up to a poll for what comes after, but Steven Universe is one of those I want to go into. Right now, I mean, based on like recommendations and stuff like that, a lot of people are leaning Steven Universe. A lot of people want to do like She-Ra or something like that. So I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna let the people decide, and by people I mean patrons. So we'll see where it goes after that. Love that Eagly moment, but Tim Meadows easily stole the show for me with the new episode. Every line had me dying, with the standout being that motherfucker looked like he caught all the Pokemon. Was this Pokemans or something like that, or Pokemon? I can't remember what he said. While you were learning the Pokemans, I was getting my dick sucked or whatever the fuck he said by which is a wild comment to make, because if that was happening at the same time that they came out, he would have been. Anyway, we're not going down that road. Questionable. All I'm gonna say is when Pokemon became popular, I was like 9, 7 when it came out. When did Pokemon actually release? It was 96 in Japan. I think it was 97 US. And I would have been 9. So that's when I was learning the Pokemon, so shouldn't be getting into what all he was talking about there. Perfectly acceptable to be learning them Pokemans. However, that's exactly what my brother tried to do to me. He loves watching me cry in movies for some reason. I love that shit too. I do that shit all the time. Usually, but more with things I'm joyful most of the time. Spirited. America! Also, yes, you got the pronunciation so much better. Hell yeah. GDI, can't help it. Matt and Trey will always have stranglehold on my brain. Yes. Yes, they will. Did I miss a comment? How did that come up? It's just the America. Yeah. Let's see. Also, to your point of John Cena's potential, this just associates another person's potential that could be shown is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. His new project, The Smashing Machine, shows him doing a lot of work to change his face and has managed to star in a Martin Scorsese new film with his villain. He's expressed how vulnerable this new film has made him feel. Yeah, I think he's faced legitimate criticism and maybe even some self-reflection over his business choices over the years and his lack of evolving. And I think he's finally taken it to heart. So I think this new project will definitely see what he can actually do. If we're basing off, anything off of what we have seen so far, yeah, he's done one character in every fucking movie for the most part. He has not showcased his range because he's managing himself as a brand more so than anybody else has. His image is something he's tried to protect for so long, never playing villains, never playing whatever. There was always like a stipulation to everything. And for him to finally be breaking that now, I'm excited to see what he can do. And I would love for him to do well. It's hard, it's scary to do something isn't like tested or proven to be successful when you have an idea or image you want to protect of people. And breaking that mold, breaking that expectation can be scary. I'm gonna applaud him for that for the time being. We'll see how it goes. By the way, I can't believe McDonald's exists in DC. I realized Economos was eating McDonald's nuggets. I wonder which restaurant is the number one, DCU Big Belly Burger or McDonald's? Probably in the DCU, probably Big Belly Burger. It would have to be. But yeah, I was kind of surprised by that as well. So we got what? We got Pokemon exist. We got McDonald's. What else? There's been a couple other references thrown in there too. I can't remember off the top of my head. One line from the Ghibli movies is when Marnie was there. Such a beautiful movie, in my opinion. I don't know that one. All Peacemaker characters going through stuff. Meanwhile, Vigilante. Hee, I'm cutting up a multiversal version of my best friend. Oh, jolly good show. Also, Lord of the Mysteries is another show that made by a Chinese company that the animation is insane. It makes me question how much money they're actually putting into this. Yeah, that's come up a couple of times now. Here's hoping that the same setup is true for A24 and Prime when it comes to a spindle horse. Big companies just throw money at studios and just do whatever. That's very, very fucking true. What's up, Richard? I've been really enjoying Alien Earth. I like the suspense, and I think it will really pick up in the next episode. I would imagine so. Like, coming into the mid-season, it's going to have to. But I'm having fun with it now, too. The Godfather isn't that hard to get into. It's the greatest first scene. It just means you're locked in for 10 minutes for the whole movie. Hell yeah. Have you ever seen the Spider-Verse movies? Absolute masterpieces. Yeah, I got reviews up for them. Definitely. Yeah, I saw both of them in theaters. Then once you've done with The Godfather, there's Godfather Part 2. There's still debates on among the consensus of critics, which is greater. Both are one of the greatest movies ever made. That's always what I've heard, that The Godfather Part 2 is up there with some of the movies that people consider the sequel may be better than the first. They don't happen that awesome. You know, that comes up a lot with T2, Aliens, with Godfather Part 2 is always in the conversation. I was never, like, growing up, I was never huge into like mob or sport, anything I feel like my dad probably would have watched. I probably stayed away from. So I just never watched it, and I haven't got around to it. So I do plan on watching it someday for the channel, though. Just don't know when. God, Rick Flag looks so good. Thursday is now officially my swooning days. Hell yeah. I think Grave of the Fireflies is the anti-war type film that you watch once and never again. Yeah, there's a couple of things like that for me where I'm just like, that was amazing. I don't ever want to watch it again. Tim Meadows is 64, so finally watched Superman 2025. Absolutely adored it. Too long didn't read. Thank you, James Gunn, for letting the lighting crew out of their cages. Yes. I think the chat is eating some of the messages. I had answered with fuck yeah after America. Yeah, that didn't show up. It must have ate it. What's up, Memento Mori? Just turned on YouTube, so you're doing live stream. Hi, Omni. Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome up. Oh, shit. It's almost 6. So we're going to be closing up soon. We're almost at the end anyway. I get you hating on Jimmy Olsen from Superman. He was kind of a dick to Eve, which is wild because he's freaking Sarah Sepio. Yeah. Yeah. Jimmy being a dick at all is just something that I'm not a fan of. You're surprisingly close to the present chat. I'm used to you being far ahead in the stream at this point. I don't know, man. Like these last 2 weeks, just hasn't been as many people in the streams as of late. I mean, it works out to me because I need to leave early today. So it works out. Harcourt called a guy Beaker. Yes, she did. Definitely check out the reviews. Love the creative cinematography. Me too. It was Pokemon. I also remember when I was small and older cousins got me into anime like Pokemon and Inuyasha back in the day. They would air in the early morning on Adult Swim Cartoon Network. Dude, yes. God. I mean, again, being born in '88, I got to grow up with a lot of the primo old school like tent poles, man. Inuyasha, I got like a full-on collection of Inuyasha collectibles right there in that bottom little shelf. Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, Rurouni Kenshin. Those are the big ones, and then my Digimon stuff back there. Good stuff, man. Memory lane. Great place to live. Live stream has gone. Hi, everyone. How about this? Unpopular cinema opinions. I say this with my minor in film theory. I fucking hate The Wizard of Oz. Interesting. Why? But unpopular cinema opinions. I don't know. Barring not having, the closest thing I can think of off the top of my head, and this is something I've talked about before, is that, like, barring, because I have no nostalgia for it, watching Ghostbusters as an adult, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, This was okay. I didn't love it. Oh yeah. Rurokan is definitely another piece of nostalgia that was ruined by the creator. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. When all that came out, and I was like, motherfucker. Because based on if you watch the show, you would be like, oh, they're probably one of the good ones, right? Because it doesn't do all of that. Like most anime around the time, you feel like it would have leaned, maybe it would have been like, oh, maybe if I don't lean into all these things, they won't suspect anything. Because a lot of anime is littered with a lot of stuff that he ended up, getting pinned down for and stuff like that. It's just literally like, it's just casually, weirdly accepted in certain pockets and whatever. But watching that, I never got the sense that there was anything like that, because it didn't include anything even remotely close to it. Anyway, whatever. I love it so much, especially Kenshin. He's one of my favorite anime characters, and it's just, yeah, it's stained. Schindler's List is another one you watch never again. I've still never seen it, so I've heard that. For me, the one that comes to mind immediately is What Dreams May Come. That movie broke me when I watched it, and I have never watched it since. Or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I don't ever want to watch it again. Wait, people actually like The Wizard of Oz? Yeah, a lot of people. Darn, I double posted because there was a typo. Tried to delete my comic, but I posted anyway. Yeah, sorry about that. When you delete it from the YouTube side of things, it doesn't actually remove it from StreamYard, sadly. So yeah, I do that a lot. Because I can't tell when it's deleted or not over here. What's up, Sojiku? How are you? Soji, the French bear here. Once again, a little hello on my way to bed. Still loving the content. Keep up the good work, my man, and have a good day. You too, and get some sleep. Get you some rest. Hibernate. Sorry, Vince. Nobody wants to watch them with me. I hate watching movies alone. Let's see. Oh my, that was so relatable. Same. I don't think Gone with the Wind is that good, as in an opinion, unpopular opinions. I've never seen it. I've never actually seen it either. That's another one of the classics I have not seen. I'm trying to think if I have any spicy ones. I don't know if I have any spicy opinions. I don't know. Rewatching a film you adored as a child and it's weird. I don't know if I've bumped into that. I mean, I'm sure if there's things like, ooh, that's not going to age well, or that didn't age well, or like, But like, I still like most of the things I've always liked. Rewatching them is also kind of healing in an odd way. One opinion I have is that I did not like Scott Pilgrim. Didn't hate it though. I loved the acting. All right, Christian, you're banned. Sorry, I'm kidding. Scott, I fucking love it. I've seen that movie probably more than any other movie ever, at this point. I got the comics. I got the figures. I got the games. I got it all. I've seen the first movie you said. I'll put it in my list. Oh Christ, Less Than Zero is mine. Never again, especially knowing what RDJ was going through. I don't know that one either. I tend to worry about rewatching a movie I enjoyed as a child. I get afraid an adult rewatching it may ruin my memory of it. I don't know if I've ever bumped into that problem though. A lot of things, like if I've watched it as a kid and I rewatch it, I still enjoy it. I don't think I've had an experience where I've gone back and rewatched something I loved as a kid and didn't like it even currently. Maybe that just goes to show my tastes haven't changed that much. I think my tastes have matured. Like I've been more open-minded to certain things outside of what I would typically watch in some cases. But I think for the most part, the things I enjoy is mostly still the same. Because I still watch the original season of Power Rangers and have a fucking ball. What one movie do you love rewatching the most? Office Space is mine. let's see. Love rewatching the most. I think a good comfort movie that I sometimes just put on just because I love the vibe and the mood, and then maybe I'll just put it on the background. It's just the first Lord of the Rings. But Scott Pilgrim is a good one. Revenge of the Sith. Tremors 1 or 2 are ones I frequent as well. Yeah, those are the first ones that come up with me. Up broke me. I never cried so hard in a theater, never again. I've never seen the full movie, but I've seen the opening thing that everyone's like, oh, this is what breaks you. I just watched that scene all by itself before I had this YouTube channel. And yeah, it was definitely sad. I think if I was actually sitting down to watch it, I'd feel like I'd get taken a lot harder by it. I also have the unfortunate rewatch of Grave of the Fireflies, but it was with a group of friends. It was completely worth seeing their reactions. That's what I do, man. Anytime I watch it with other people or sharing something with somebody else, I'm just always scanning their reactions. It's my favorite aspect of watching something with somebody else. Very unpopular opinion. The new Superman movie is not great. It's fine. Nothing else. Fair enough. Let's see. To revisit. I think Wizard of Oz is boring, overrated, and I didn't think that Garland's performance was all that. And I loathe that fucking song. But it's all personal opinion. I mean, that's fair. Glad you love the movie, though. Hand waves. Hello. I'm people. I like Wizard of Oz. I like the metaphors, how dorky it is, but then I also like the Phantom toll booth, and it's hella dorky too. Entire movie I think is underwhelmed me. A lot of opinions online made it seem like the best thing ever, and I've seen it 3 times. I just don't get it. I enjoy it more every time I watch it. Though the one thing I still don't love every time is Jimmy, but I've lessened a little bit on Jimmy. I think Prisoners 2013 is a movie I do not see the masterpiece title it gets. Mainly a fault. I correctly guessed the killer 20 minutes in and was waiting the whole movie for the detectives to catch up to me. Was it supposed to still be a mystery? I assume so at that point. Potential hot take. I'm more excited for Supergirl next year than Avengers Doomsday. You're one of my favorite reactors, by the way. Oh, thank you. I'm probably also more excited for Supergirl than Doomsday. Just to be a hypocrite, though, Return to Oz is one of my favorite kids' movies. Return to Oz was wild. If you haven't seen my reaction to it, I did react to it on the channel, and it's a wild freaking movie. I think obviously the original is a classic, but yeah, no, I still like the original more, I think, but just because of all of that, maybe it's the nostalgia for it and the mythos behind it, but Return to Oz is a wild, wild movie. I like it a lot. Oh geez, maybe I'm the odd one out here. I think unpopular opinions, I have movies. I guess I don't hate the Superman neck snap. Haven't seen Up, to be fair. Martyrs is one of those movies I'll watch again, but found really interesting. I'm not going to go into your review of the movie. Especially because I need to sign off, so I'm trying to get to the end here. David's okay. David's okay. David's great. It's your opinion. I'm just going to stand over here, and I think the structure and the writing in the movie struggles sometimes because it's very inconsistent. Performances all throughout are perfect in my mind. No notes on the performances whatsoever. That opening up is well done. I've never been so far. I carried only been 5 minutes. I think the last time I was watching it too, man, that movie, I didn't like the movie, man, too. Like sometimes the hopeful moments in it, just to gush about Superman a minute, what we really need, the things I really connect to in it the most is just like, there's so many moments in it that just make me cry because of how hopeful they are. I get teared up. And the whole scene with him and his father, oh, so good. What kind of music videos do you need? Some recommendations. Linkin Park, even the new ones. Can't wait for the greatest comic books tomorrow to get its adaptation because I definitely would see how they were audience members who went to bond with the Krypton. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait for Woman of Tomorrow. I'm really excited for that. Putting myself on blast a little, but your reaction to Return to Oz is actually one of my comfort sleepy time playlists. Aw, hell yeah, thank you. I'm glad glad to be appreciated. Didn't realize how dark Ferngully is watching as an adult. Maybe I need to rewatch Ferngully. I haven't watched it in a really long time. I think writing small reviews is because Superman fans are attacking those who said the movie was okay. You really generalize personal things into a very broad thing. You make like small little things and assume that that's just a thing that everything that happens. You do that so often, Adit, man. Really love Superman's fantastic film of the year so far, with Sinners in second place. Yeah, theatrical releases, Sinners is at the top of my list for movies of the year, and if we're including everything, K-pop. Mr. Doomsday is a weird one. I'm a Marvel fanboy, but I don't know how it would go, considering it's the result of Marvel having to pivot away from Kang and Jonathan Majors late into the saga. Very true. We'll have to wait and see, man. I'm just like for Marvel stuff, man. If it's not Daredevil, my interest is like, meh. I'll watch it. I'm not like, yeah, like I used to be, you know? Gotta go soon. It's pretty late here in Sweden. Live stream was great. Hope to see you again. And I'm also trying to sign off, so yeah. Can't believe I joined the show. I'm late. Dion, what are you doing? Coco's an amazing movie, but I don't rewatch it as often because it makes me sob. Coco is an amazing movie. Soundtrack is also fantastic. Hell yeah, I'm more excited for Supergirl. Amelia's going to kill it. I think she's going to do great. I'm really excited to see what they do with that. But yeah, the fact that it was a mystery, it was completely obvious from the get-go who it was. The detective was like, seriously? Falling Out of Rain is one of my favorite songs from Wizard of Oz. Love the Scarecrow. That immediately, if I only had a brain, when we were talking about it, that's the song that instantly clicked into my brain as well. Into my brain, because I have one. So yeah, we're right there, Ginger. You and me. All right, guys, we're caught up for now. So I am going to have to peace out so I can get prepped up, get some food, and then hopefully chime in for that interview. And then I will keep you guys informed, and I'll see you guys next weekend. Y'all have a good week, good weekend, good holiday. If you're celebrating or doing anything, you're just having any fun. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take care, guys.